Good morning everybody, and welcome to another Malta vlog. I thought I'd do a little bit of a house tour today. I'm gonna have to move, that sun's just too bright. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of a house tour so you can have a look. Just to give you a bit of background, this villa I found on Airbnb. This is our first ever Airbnb, and yeah, I'm so impressed. I suppose before I ever used Airbnb, I heard a few sort of horrific stories that you'd turn up and there was already somebody sharing the same property, just little things like that. But honestly, I can't say how pleased we are with this villa. To give you a bit of an idea, we've come away for 2 weeks in the Easter holidays, and that has cost just over £1,200 for just short of 2 weeks, 1 day short of 2 weeks. And we are on the Island of Gozo. We booked this because the accommodation over in the main Malta island didn't seem that amazing. And when we looked at Gozo, some of the properties were stunning, so we decided to come here. Then we had a few wobbles and we were worried that we had chosen the wrong place to come, that it was going to be too quiet. But honestly, since we've been here, I wouldn't change it for the world. I am so glad we came over to Gozo to stay. It is a beautiful little island, and the ferries are really, really, really easy to catch. I will say it is quite expensive. So when we arrived, we caught the ferry over to Gozo, and you don't pay anything. So you only pay when you come from Gozo over to Malta, and that cost about just under €35, I think. So basically it is €11 something for the driver and the car, and then every other passenger I think is €4.95. And yeah, that is obviously a return. It's really easy to catch. You just drive it on, and ferries run every 45 minutes I think, and throughout the whole night as well. So really easy, not a problem getting here at all. So yeah, that's a bit of background. I thought I would let you know sort of what we've spent, how we've got here, and my opinions on Gozo. But yeah, it's beautiful. Excuse my hair, by the way. I've actually got a hair mask in my hair, so I thought I would leave that in for a little while to condition my hair a little bit after having it bleached. So let's get into the room tour. I am currently upstairs, and so we'll start upstairs and downstairs. So upstairs there are 2 bedrooms. There is one with 2 single beds and one with a double bed. Both have balconies overlooking the garden area and the pool. Stunning view. So if I come out from the hallway, I will show you what you see when you come up the stairs. So coming up the windy, beautiful stairs, excuse my towels, it's the best place to dry them. Yeah, you come up to a small landing area. You've got a door to your left, which is no entry. I'm presuming just for the owner. Beautiful tiles throughout. And then you've got the single room to the left, which has 2 single beds. My husband is sleeping in this one. Comes in here when I snore, because I do snore. Let me just turn that light off, that's better. Yeah, I do snore, so he tends to come in here to sleep. But yeah, 2 single beds, quite a decent size. And then you've got a triple wardrobe to your right. You've got air conditioning, and then a couple of chairs in the room, and then you've got the first balcony, All of them have got sliding doors and this mesh screen, which is fantastic for stopping the bugs from coming out. Quite a decent size patio, a couple of chairs. You've got other villas to the right and more accommodation up on the hills. Been having some building work going on over there, which, you know, it's not awful. I'm not complaining. It has been a little bit noisy at certain times, and you do also have a sea view. Just coming back in through the bedroom, this is the view from the other side. I've noticed a lot of the furniture and things here are from IKEA, which I love, right up my street. And then you've got the double bedroom. This is the one that I've been sleeping in. Again, a chair. There's lots of bits of artwork around the house, which I love. And then another triple wardrobe, but this one has a mirror and also storage above. And then you've got the aircon, also some hanging hooks behind the door, which I found incredibly useful. And again, out to the balcony, sliding door, mesh, and again, a really good size balcony. This is the view from the other side. And then we've got the bathroom, fairly good size shower, some storage shelves and a laundry basket, tiled floor to ceiling. We use the bath mat to keep the door open because the door just shuts all the time. And then coming in, we've got toilet, sink, a light up mirror, which is amazing, and a couple of hanging hooks. And then through here is just an empty space which leads right up outdoors. I'm presuming the pipes for all of the plumbing. And then let's go downstairs. I do love these stairs, they're beautiful. They just scare me a little bit. They are quite steep. We couldn't get our main suitcase up here, but our smaller suitcases were absolutely fine. Now, I've not come down here yet this morning, so I've got no idea how tidy it is. It's not awful, but it's not tidy how I'd have it. Okay, here is the kitchen. We've got lots of cupboard space, and I mean lots. Really nice kitchen, an induction hob, and then we've got 2 ovens. I think one doubles up as a microwave. Again, loads and loads and loads of storage space. And then we've got the living area, a really lovely, huge L-shaped sofa, media unit, and then some more storage up there. We've also got these blinds, so if you don't want the sun coming in, you can just shut it. Really lovely lighting in here as well, actually. And you can see all the vents for the aircon. Again, a sliding window. Huge window, actually, it's lovely. And also mesh screen to stop the flies coming in, with a view to absolutely die for. So stunning. And then you've got this massive dining table, which is actually 2 tables pushed together with loads and loads and loads of chairs. But obviously this villa can't think how many people it can accommodate, but a lot. So we've got 3 bedrooms downstairs, 2 are doubles, 1 is 2 singles, and then you've got upstairs double and 1 single. So what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Essentially 10 people sleeping in beds, and then this is also a sofa bed as well. I'm not sure how many people it sleeps. I'm presuming just 2. Really love the decor in here as well. It's just really minimal, and you've got like the tiles that match the flooring. It's really lovely. Couple of chairs. I've got my laundry area outside. Super important getting all the washing dry. And then you've got a table down here, chairs, and then underneath here is where all of the sun loungers are kept. Haven't actually found the umbrella. There is the base there, but I've not actually seen the umbrella. Just a few sort of arty bits dotted around, which are lovely. And I even love these curtains. Beautiful. And then this is the view. You can see it's got a really, really long corridor. Both kids are actually asleep, and I'm not going to show you their rooms because they're not going to want me in there, but they are essentially the same as upstairs, both double beds. I'll show you the room at the end, which is a room that kind of creeps us out actually. I think it's because at the end of the corridor, and for a while we had the door open and it just creeped us out. So yeah, we have actually shut that. So this one is my son's room, a double. And then you've got a main bathroom with a shower, washing machine, and then this is the girls' room, and they have a ensuite shower, so that's why we gave them their room, because they both got long hair, and yeah, you can imagine hair everywhere. And yeah, this is the room at the end of the corridor, which I don't know why, it just freaks me out. So we've kind of dumped things in here. It's got 2 single beds. I don't know why, it just reminds me of like, I think someone mentioned like a prison cell or something. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with this room. It's just us being silly. And my husband did actually contemplate sleeping in here because it's so dark. It's got a blackout blind, whereas upstairs it doesn't. It does have aircon. There's also a high chair if you've got children. Again, a triple wardrobe. And yeah, we've just used it to put our suitcase in. And this was in the living area, but we decided to move it just so it was out the way. And I've not actually looked out of this window, you know. Let's have a look. Ooh. And then you've got a view outside. Now, what we've noticed is there's a lot of homes in Malta that have these drapes of Jesus. I can't work out whether this is a thing that the Maltese do or if it's because we are approaching Easter Sunday. I can't work it out. I think Easter Sunday is tomorrow. So it'd be interesting to see if these get taken down afterwards. And yeah, there's plenty of street parking. Our vehicle is just there. Oh my gosh, it is so dirty. We have noticed that there's almost like this sandy kind of feel to everything you touch here. And the sand in this country, well, the one beach we have visited was a really kind of like like burnt orangey colour. And a lot of the times, I don't know if you can, it's not really going to pick up on camera, it almost gives this air, like the air foggy feel. And I'm not sure, we did Google and it did say that it can be to do with sandstorms in Africa. But yeah, it doesn't show up on camera, but it almost gives this permanent sort of foggy feel. I might actually leave this blind up now, you know, because maybe that's the reason why this room freaked us out, because it was so dark. But yeah, it's a lovely little street. There is a garage attached to this property, but we've been asked not to park in front of it because you need access to it all the time. But there is always street parking, and actually since we've been here, that's been our space the whole time. So yeah, I think I might, oh God, lights. I think I might leave that blind open now so it's not so dark in here. Okay, and then the corridor carries on. So we've got another no entry door there, which I'm presuming it is just for the owners. I've had my coat hung on there since we've been. And then this is the entranceway. Beautifully floodlit with natural light and steps going down. So yeah, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but this place is huge. I mean, I don't know if you can hear my voice is echoing. I found that the Wi-Fi has been a bit dodgy here. So downstairs is, you know, amazing, but upstairs not so great. So it's been, I don't know, it's caused a few problems with me editing, because even downstairs it seems to upload to YouTube quite slow. But yeah, apart from that, the Wi-Fi is absolutely fine. There's also a smart TV, so it's got YouTube, Netflix, you can sign into all your own accounts, which has been brilliant actually, because every single night we've all watched a movie together, which is really lovely. We did go out for a meal last night and I had a traditional, it's like a rabbit stew. So as soon as we got here, we did Google what is a traditional Maltese dish, and it is this like rabbit stew. So I had, I mean, when I say stew, mine wasn't really liquidy. So it's more like a juice. It's hard to explain, but it was like rabbit and it had peas in it, and it was almost like gravy-like, and it was delicious. I think it was called fried rabbit. And my husband had a traditional Maltese dish, which was rabbit, again, sort of like a stew, but with spaghetti, and he really enjoyed that. Really lovely. And the prices weren't actually that bad. I think for all 5 of us, it came to about, I think it was 88 euros, which I don't think is that awful. One thing I will say is food here seems to be a lot more expensive than home, a lot more, which, let me see if I can put you down somewhere, which I wasn't actually expecting. I thought that it would be like the rest of Europe. And to be honest with you, I'm saying that, but most of Europe, I think, is quite expensive for food. We've probably spent so far, which is a little bit worrying, because we've not even been here a week yet. We've probably spent 500 euros on food, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, a roundabout figure, which I think is quite a lot, because I would never ever spend that on a weekly food shop at home. But yeah, I suppose when you come abroad, you accept it for what it is and you've got to suck it up. But if you're kind of looking for a holiday where you don't have to spend loads when you get here, it's maybe worth looking at all-inclusive as an option. I don't regret doing the way we've done it. This villa is absolutely stunning and I love being here. It's just beautiful. I think to the left of our villa, as you're looking out of it onto the garden, I think it's privately owned. I think their pool is green, and I'm presuming that maybe they've just left it for winter, and obviously it costs money, doesn't it, to have a pool running, so maybe they've just let it go green. The villa to the right must be owned by the person that owns this villa, because both of them outside have the same name. And actually, when you click on the profile of the owner of this villa, he seems to own quite a lot of properties. I think that this has been a refurb, because a lot of these properties along this road, although beautiful buildings, they look quite old. So I think this has had a complete refurb, I'm guessing. We did go past a couple of estate agents. My goodness me, properties in Gozo are expensive. And there aren't that many occupants in Gozo. I think there is, I can't remember if it was 31,000 people live on Gozo, I think. And yeah, so not like masses. So maybe it's like a sought after area, I don't know, but it's beautiful. Our plans for the next couple of days or the rest of our holiday, I think today we're going to go to a beach. There is a beach that we found that looks like a little lagoon, and then it's got like rocks that go into like a cave. So it's got like an archway of rocks, and then you go through to what looks like a cave. So I think we're going to drive there today. And I think as we're here, I never know if we're ever going to visit Malta again. So there is a place called the Blue Lagoon, where is like another tiny island, and you need to catch a ferry. So I think we're going to do that, because like I said, we don't ever know when we're going to be here. I did look online, and that is €10 per person. I think above the age of 10, I think, and I think under that is about €5, but don't quote me on that. But it looks stunning. On my last video, if you watched it, I did film a little bit of the sea as we came into Malta, and the sea colour is just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's like a really beautiful, like turquoisey colour, and Blue Lagoon looks very much like that all over. So yeah, really pleased with this place so far. And like I said, I will link all of the details below. About 12, literally just over £1,200 it's cost us for 1 day short of 2 weeks, which I actually think is a really, really good price. But let me know what you think. That's probably, you know, just over £600 per week, which when you say it like that, then that seems expensive. But yeah, it's beautiful, and we've got our own space. I did look at hotels before we came here, but because there's 5 of us, it would have meant that we would have had to have had multiple hotel rooms, which then the price would have crept up quite a bit. And obviously we've come with my daughter's friend, and I just felt that having a villa would give us our own personal space, lots of space. We've got loads of space here, that we wouldn't be on top of each other, and if the girls wanted to just chill out in their room, that they could. Obviously, if an evening we all kind of gather together and watch a movie, I just felt that it was important that we had our own space, not cooped up in a small hotel room. I don't think we would have minded, because we've done that loads of times before. But yeah, I know when I was looking on my hunt for a villa, I was very much drawn by how large the communal like living area was, because I knew that we would just sit down and watch movies of an evening, which we have, and I knew that it was important that we had kind of adequate space for us all. And another thing I will actually mention while I'm here is, so when you go to Spain, Greece, anywhere like that, most people, well in fact nearly everybody, will speak in the language of wherever you are. And I totally think that that's how it should be, because at the end of the day, you are visiting their country. Now here, the two main languages spoken are Maltese and English. Everywhere we have gone, everybody speaks in English to you. Like every single shop, everyone, like restaurants, everyone speaks to you in English, not Maltese first. So yeah, I don't know. I think at the time I was a little bit shocked, because you just expect when you visit a different country that they will be speaking in their language, and they should be. But I'm presuming that English is taught in schools in this country. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but I'm presuming so, because everyone that's spoken to us, their English has been amazing. And I've asked a few questions in supermarkets about things. Nobody has not understood me. So yeah, it's quite nice. Having a lovely time. We've only really had one rainy day and one overcast day since we've been here, but the sun is glorious. It's out today, it's shining, and yeah, looking forward to going to that beach today. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I actually get in the sea. I did get in the pool yesterday up to my waist. Didn't get fully in because it is freezing, but after you've been in it a while, your body does really get used to it, and I can kind of cope with that if the sun's on me. My husband did get in yesterday and swam, and yeah, he was freezing. Plan is just to enjoy the rest of the holiday, relax lots, and chill out, recharge the batteries, like any holiday, I think. But yeah, I'm going to leave this to sit a little bit. It's starting to go a bit like crusty now. I think in previous video you would have seen my hair. I obviously had my hair done before I came away. I'm not loving it, to be honest with you. I have messaged my hairdresser to say that I'm not loving it. It's not, I don't really feel like it's what I asked for, and I am finding this really frustrating. I've gone to so many different hairdressers over the last couple of years, and I just never seem to come out with what I ask for, and I find it a little bit frustrating. So yeah, I asked for like really fine baby lights near my parting, almost so that like it looked like the sun had caught my hair, but it's actually quite stripy. So yeah, I have messaged her, and I'm hoping that I will be able to go back when I get back from this trip, because having your hair done these days is not cheap at all. I paid for 3/4 head of highlights, a cut. I had the Olaplex in the colour, and that was £257. It is a joke. It's so expensive, and I don't mind paying it. If that's the going rate, that's the going rate. But to come out and not be happy with it, no. So I'm hoping that I can get that sorted out when I get back. But I've got lovely condition treatment I brought away with me that I picked up in one of my Primark hauls. So I'm going to get that rinsed off, and yeah, maybe just leave it wet and have it up today, because if I do get in the sea, I don't particularly want to be blow drying, straightening or curling my hair, and then for it to be for nothing. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling now. My breakfast this morning, I don't know why, I really fancied Weetabix, and we've got, we had the rest of strawberries that needed to be used up, and a cup of tea. I did bring my tea bags from home, I always do. And then I'm going to get some editing done while watching a bit of YouTube. completely killing that. It's probably not pronounced that way at all. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of this villa, and yeah, like I said, I'll leave everything linked below if you're interested. If you are new, there is a little sub button below. Take care everyone, and I will see you really soon in the next video. Bye.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes, you don't wanna talk anymore.